Alright, so it's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and I welcome you all to ACF Radio and TV. This is the Fast Lane Show with me, Onyema Trudy. You know, one thing that I want from you is to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also share, comment, and also like for us. Any advice that you wish to give us, yebe someone so edit amount. And it's a new week, and you know when it comes to new week, we have to begin a new thing. Today is 18th of March 2025. A lot has been happening, and it's my duty to gist you, to make you trendy, so that you can also tell somebody. But I believe you hearing it yourself is the best. So all that you have to do for me is to share, so that someone will hear it by him or herself. And this morning I want to leave you with something before we start, and this is what I have for you. Nothing is impossible. The word says itself, I'm possible. So you know, you can write impossible on your paper and you will see that I'm possible. You just bring an apostrophe at the apostrophe after the I, then you see that I'm possible. So this morning I want to tell you that there's nothing that you cannot do. It is possible. You can do anything, any challenges that you are facing. I want to tell you that you can do it. So I always say that as we start now, use the appropriate tools that you have now. At the right time, you get the right appropriate tools to also continue. So don't sit down. Anything that you want to start from now, and it will be of benefit. And please, we are sponsored by ACF Group of Company. And when I say ACF, so up a travel and tour, Ghana has say, you know, every week on your radio, on social media, we hear about fraudsters. We hear about social media and also cyber security. You know, they've spoken a lot about this. And one thing that I've encountered myself is someone coming to me telling me that I paid this huge sum of money to a travel and tour company, and at the end of the day, I can't find their shop or their space anymore. What do you have to do? Always go in for where it can be trusted. Yes, and where when you want to locate them, you can find them. Ghana and Kasano, mpe baby e disika be kwa ye be ya ade ni ye amaye. Ye betua wo be baby buma ye nya bibia emfiu. ACF Travel and Tour osebra. So opese wuntu kwan. Na wonkoye edwuma. Bra be ya ma o birth certificate and also passport renewal or document. Ade bia ope about traveling, reservations, ticketing. What do you have? Nya opese wonye about travel bia no. Obeye edi amount. Enti so far your numbers no we are centered at La Paz, Udu La Paz eho. And I just say, yeah, shop and I say, yeah, office, want so udru wa, yeah, best serve your kama. So one thing that you have to do is that take your money to right places so that you don't become a victim. And this ubesu, into ACF Travel and Tour there, we give you the best. You know, ayana waba near show kama. And I so open unisex salon so tea, however you want. We are in the Ghana month. Into TBA, person when you want to somewhere in Bia. Number ne a flyer ni bia so no fra. You can be directed to the place. Your La Paz ni boy bia obe free bia and I say so say yembra ho ni yembe yema okrampo na yebeba ye home services and ameboa. Your home services. Alright, so let's get to business. And in case if you just join us, this is ACF Radio and TV, and this is the Fast Lanes Show. Majesto, anything there air trendy, or social media now say in the news, in entertainment, wherever, anything that you must know. You know, I'll not bring you stories about here, but something educative, because we are here to inform, entertain. Into be as I say, me entertain you and me educate you biano. Me the bebro now so when you share. I know it's one story that is trending that everybody is talking about is the new elect IGP and I know say after he was elected no and Sembebre and Ediabahu. But one thing that I always say is that I always want Yempeni for no more Ghana to be open. Especially when you are elected to a hierarchy, a high hierarchy. Me pesenka omutimi eka kire is okay. This is what I came to meet. Say na maba beto. And this is what has been handed over to me. It's me just had the brainway, and you give me time to do it. You know, when His Excellency during his campaign, when he says, say, need 120 days, or be eliminating maybe during the budget readings, we were all waiting for that, and it was delivered. I can say, be implementing, I just say, you send your money na free your phone, so the amaye. One thing that has got a whole lot of people talking is about Dampare, former IGP, is that one year Dumaye, but he seeked public interest rather than looking at where you didn't cut to, because we know say you need more police for security for, but at the end of the day, now quite to say social media and as an any interest ni na yeden. The alcohol and obi se shatawale crack and one say you say IGP only celebrities that you were arresting. So me Dianka, do better baby bury the breach there, so saying the mommy, but saying a womb to me, so I'm coming to do my part. But my yes are there every time there be a problem. And I'll keep saying that one thing Emma will be any J about Mahama, His Excellency Amemwonu say waka say anytime he wants to do something for some category of people, he'll call those people on board to ask them whether say they no kwakwaya mo no money jehwa, because you can't impose something on us that at the end of the day you are thinking you are doing something for us but you are not doing anything. It is only make be a woman insurance and to come na dem. But if you told me say I dey way na susu so only say ni say na beba mo so mo pe me say pe, so at the end of the day you won't be blamed. But Ghana dey mo obi di bre na no, they come and do what they like. No why na tro kan no dey call. At the end of the day or ware one or we call no ware 5 nkura on call, so then na obi chin say nkuro ni so ina ansa na we free. So now you're in the ordinary Ghanaians, we are suffering. Obi ntimi nya say eno na Sam George kind 001 101. What the abro so 110. What the at least utimi nya morning, afternoon, evening they na webuada. Entire ACF radio and TV say FN wa joining and there where fast lane show mema trending stories and news are air trendy. It's Mr. Oyano wa like your page in Ediama and subscribe it now on your notification anytime that we are live or we drop a video. You'll be the first person to also to be notified. All right, so ABA Fuseni explains why soon to retire Yehuno deserves to be IGP inti your new IGP Christian Tete asem ena making na esenkrofo bebre ka say oba be ko pension tie si den na yakwa elect ni say on be IGP, and this Fuseni enso ena echirem the reason even though say oba be ko return kra no ye elect no as an IGP. So the former member of parliament for all right, so take 2. The former member of parliament for Sagnarigu constituency, Al-Hassan Bashir Al-Hassan Fuseni, so that is the ABA, has vehemently rejected the assertion that President John Dramani Mahama's appointment of Cobb Christian Tete as Inspector General of Police was a clandestine move to ensure that he retired the honor of served as an IGP. So responding to the claim by Kwame Owusu-Danso, host of the Good Morning Africa on Pan-African TV, the Yehuno is almost due for retirement. ABA Fuseni argued that Yehuno at the time of appointment was still in active service and deserves the appointment just as any other person in the police service. So the former MP further dispelled rumors that the position was a reward for Yehuno to exit the service as an IGP. Now, as an Ignani said, what he has done He deserves it. And at the time at which the appointment came, he was still in office. And so in that matter, and I said there's nothing that can be done about it. They have to offer him the appointment as a result of all right, so addressing this concern on Pan-African TV on March 14, 2025, ABA Fuseni alluded that the fact that as long as Christian Tete was in active service, he had the right to be promoted to any position that became vacant in the service. And I quote him, I said, these are legitimate concerns, but as legitimate as these concerns may be, he was not brought in from retirement. We must not be obvious of the fact that he also has the right as a serving officer. So when there is a vacancy, the senior most officers are entitled to be promoted to the available position, he said. So that is it. And the law about extending the contract of the public servant who reaches the age of retirement. So this is what the law also says. It says that the Public Civil Servant Act 1993, PNDCCL 327, amended in 1996 to add Article 99 clause, makes provision for the executive and extend the contract of the public servant to reach his retirement while in active service by not more than 2 years at a time. Per Ghanaian's 1992 Constitution, the Civil Service Act 1993, PNDCCL 327, and the Labour Act of 2003, Act 651. Government workers must compulsorily retire at the age of 60. So, however, an extension has legal backing in the 1992 Constitution as amended in 1996 to add Article 199 Clause 4, where its framers foresaw that the public officers who attain the retirement age of 60 may be engaged in a limited period exceeding 5 years in all. So it is, however, uncertain what action President John Dramani Mahama will take in relation to newly appointed IGP Christian Tete. So with this, it is backed in 1992 Constitution that is allowed say at least 5 years so he can become an IGP. If you as it stands now, he has come to thank us see as IGP. Since it's backed by the law, we wish him all the best. We are moving on. This is ACF Radio and TV, and we are live. This is YouTube, and we are also on TikTok and on Facebook. Please find us now, Mr. Subscribe to on all our social media handles, and also like for us, and also do whatever you are supposed to do there for us. So kindly comment your thoughts on it for us. Nabibia. Kama. All right, so as I move on, Raf Japan details how Dampare blocked police commander's appointment over COP Mensa ties. So the former New Patriotic Party (NPP) parliamentary hopeful for the Bantama constituency, Raf Ajapon, has stated that despite the public admiration for Inspector General of Police (IGP) George Ekufu Dampare, he had his shortcomings. So according to Ajapon, Dampare had issues with several officers within the police service, and in some instances he took action against them based on personal grievances. And also speaking in an interview on King's Jersey TV in the USA on March 15, 2025, Ralph Ajapon, who is the brother of Kennedy Ajapon, a former member of parliament for Asin Central, alleged that Dampare revoked a senior police officer's appointment as a regional commander due to his association with retired police commissioner Cope Alex Mensah. So about Dampare there, I don't know. Narrating the incident, he said, for Dampari, people perceived him to be disrespectful, arrogant, and bitter towards certain individuals. So at some point, the hatred extended beyond just personal grievances. So if Dampari had an issue with someone and you associated with that person, he will transfer his anger onto you. And that is one thing that I hate. Recruit to hate. Because you are not talking to someone, and into me too, I shouldn't talk to the person. Hey, do you know what maybe I'm getting from that place? So now you say, so Nchirem said Dampari was recruiting people to hate people, especially those that he wasn't in good terms with. So I'm still on him, as I quote, or saying, there was an instance where a senior police officer was promoted to a regional commander in one of the popular regions. He explained that, however, he attended a funeral and engaging in a conversation with the Cope Alex Mensah, Dampari withdrew his appointment, resigning him to the police headquarters instead. So since then, however, he sees this officer, he frowns at him. Some senior police officers also complain about unfair promotions. I recall that some even took him to court over the issue. So despite these concerns, Japan emphasized that his brother Kennedy Japan still considers Dampari the best IGP so far. And it's true, you know, in every, however you are, there are some people that will see the good side of you, and there are some people that will see the bad side of you. But you know, a whole lot of people are pouring their heart out, especially when his sack letter was released. So Senate here be I am funny, sir. Alright, so moving on to other stories. You will be declared wanted again if you fail to appear on June 2. OSP to Ofori Atta. So you know that Ebani no Ofori Atta same braba. First, I say to Quine and not say a police for echo chain or airport. Another one, and so I say a soldier phone call for echo ready in fear our cantonment. Nina is about say yes, you mebun quanta it was a sembia during or more party, and I said during or more ankasa or more time in power no near maybe a so you should come and give account of it. And one, na yes, or Kosana Hoya. Then Anina, we didn't know the people that went to raid at his house until a very near from the office of the special prosecutor. Her ne smile say omofa enko. The very apology any near my Eddie Bermo and our de question say June 2 not just say ombra into way and a special prosecutor so say so Ophelia say or be appear in court there near be declare no wanted until now you say and you wanted and ketwa. So the office of the special prosecutor has stated that any failure by former Minister of Finance Ken Fori Atta to comply with the agreed deadline to appear before the OSP will result him in consequences. So in a state issued on 17th March 2025, the OSP stated that one of the consequences Ken Ofori-Atta will face is having his name re-entered on the list of wanted persons and declared a fugitive from justice. So as I quote him, he says that Mr. Ofori-Atta is mandatorily required to appear in person before the OSP on 2 June 2025. If Mr. Ofori-Atta fails to enter the OSP on the scheduled date, he shall be re-entered on the OSP's list of wanted persons, and the OSP shall consider him a fugitive from justice. Portions of the statement read and Siano. Yes, so former minister, including requesting the issuance of the Interpol red notice, which calls on law enforcement agencies worldwide to locate the provisionally arrest individuals declared wanted. Until we know say a ban is hard and a baby a ushebiano ye be declare wanted, not to say yeah the ashusha and so this is coming from the office of the special prosecutor. And I know say I said earlier is you too say yes so mbe na no e won sensem bi hu abayisika sem bi akoko so any ade na omba mbechirechire mu ha wa ne ma ne de koye but it seems so now so oyare oni ho edu baby o tu kwan omokochie no ebi ko ni fie ni na no oni wanti special prosecutor said before the June 2 na just one man in chain amba amfa onu ankasa ne body amba chire dia he will be declared wanted na che say ne ebe kan bia so Eddie account. So this is the Fast Lane show on ACF Radio, and Mr. Rao said, "Obe subscribe to our channel for us." Now I share Eddie Amobi. You comment now, Mr. Rao so I like Eddie Amaye. Eti we sounds my bema front so I get TV so that it will be trendy and know what is also going on in this country. As I always say, a day without a news means the world has come to an end. So if there is a world, then there must be a news, and if there must be a news, there must be someone who should be ready to be also informed. Until you do that for us, na bibia enya kama. No NDC executive will go hungry under this government. This is Joseph Yamin declares. So the national organizer of the ruling National Democratic Congress, Joseph Yamin, has urged grassroots executives of the party to remain patient regarding job opportunities, other benefits. And also in a video shared on social media on Sunday, March 16th, Yamin assured party executives that the government will take care of their needs. All right, so he advised them to be patient, explaining that the employment opportunities will become available once the chief executive officers of various state-owned enterprises are officially confirmed and start hiring. And we are telling you that no executive will go hungry under this government. No executive will go hungry, but wait until everything is certain. So today nobody can give you jobs because the CEOs do not have power. They are all acting until their boards confirm them, so they cannot start recruitment. Those of you with qualifications to work at agencies, when they start employing, come to us at the national headquarters and we will secure employment for you, he stated. So the NDC national organizer further assured that the government will also support the families of parties executives. So I quote him, "Your children need employment, and also when they start hiring, some of us also come to us and we will help them secure jobs. If your children need scholarships to further their education to build a future, come to us when they start awarding them. And also we will ensure that they receive it because you deserve it. You worked hard for it." And you know, Joseph Yamin also okra is saying, now it's saying NDC executive almost so adwuma. You see, this is the reason a whole lot of people's mind, when they get the opportunity, so for it's why we are that NDC executive common executives for now can come. You know, sometimes and I don't blame anybody. I don't blame, because now BBI to whom you know. So if you don't know someone, sorry for you. Sometimes you have all the skills, all the knowledge, everything. Like I said, your doctors will chromo ha. Omo ankasa na akofo machines if you are brochire na omo operate or some hospitals. Entu ukwo na unemu na ebu na office ya ma price obebo no. Because any government any toss facility ne de man ono an wakohye ma sweaty e na odi aba no wa say Ghana ha krampo no. Ye obi na mu krampo ebu a ye ntimi enfix ni ye. Ntimi ameto machine no meko kolebu meko 37 meko rate meko any hospital you can think of. Now me the me machine na call into so kwa wo Ghana so ni mention in Dallas for you. The medusa story no. So but you know this week you celebrating World Kidney Day. Now shaman fwa kasa. You know, sometimes we talk about lifestyle, but what about those that they were living the good lifestyles? that happened to be a victim. What about them? Sometimes, say medru so enjoy whilst it lasts, because you don't know where, some people were speaking bitterly because you don't know. Maybe the person was even practicing the good health care cry than even you that you think say now cry no more no. But at the end of the day, they became victims. So Joseph and Yamin, come again. Don't emphasize at one place. Payment can like who generalizing a cry. Yeah. Now that at least we see that you are even doing it for your people only cry. We understand. But once you come to mention some group of people, then it means more the agenda now. All right, so as I continue, we need more nephrologists for improved care for dialysis treatment, kidney patients, and it's very sad. Very sad. Like you having your money, because we lack a whole lot of facilities. And we are not. That is why I say, penny for a moon now, Yaria, Monko Hospital, UGMC, no aquadao, no aquadacolebu. Now, who are constituency member? Now, nene da, empower that dear swa, I ring Canada, I would done no one carbabo for ma. Can you do something for us? Munye. Enti mo de mo nyare bi nti mo yare bi kra na mo akọ, because you can afford transplanting enti you don't care about us. So these are kidney patients speaking, and it's very, very awful. Like a year or sometimes you ask yourself, say nyame ade no betu yegu ha, because there are certain things that if you think about it, you won't even understand. Sikadie na mentioning figures ensio cry di tese ye bibi kakra na water cramp na see you call it the figure in dollars. All right, so this is kidney patients have called on government to train more nephrologists to ensure that access to healthcare services among dialysis patients can be enhanced to efficiently aid their treatment. Bebre na ye, but omo de tu kwan, because obesha so obeye we na pay aye de man on and so enia or the betu kwan. My colleagues omo passing out bebre na kwa abrochire omo de omo skills no omo de ko digress aye adwuma foforo wa abrochire. Enti now travel and tour for be dinkrofo sika bebre because of this, because they acquired the skill and the money they are going to get out of the skill ni so or the betu kwan akotwi ponkosin or the beko koya the foforo or the beko koya living, because on him say oh yeah no obenye sika dan so obeko edwuma no pa awia wakohyemu saa ni entuo moka it just say So they noted that there is this need for both nurses, doctors, and technicians posted to various districts to get patients to remote areas also treat at ease, and also without them having to go through stress and pressure. So it's true. You're going remote areas now, rural areas now. Sometimes grand nurse, any you didn't call as doctor. So the other day, not to say, omu say teacher form betima ko rural areas no. Ye di sika be den, ebe ka omu pay hu, ye be to omu pay ma mo matima ko kira de rural areas. Yes, because what care mu pa na wo ko ukrom. Na wo du kro bi su school dan a efe bu. Na school for to atete. No omu se omu to classroom usua dia. You the teacher kra no abadaya, you can't teach. Ba oba kromo ha attention ni na wa ha school ni mo ye fine bibia ye fine na kra na so one na oba classes akobo no one Ghana cedi na 5 cedi school oba betua ba owo kromo oba yan kwala 5 cedis on betua. So everybody is dodging the rural areas, even doctors obi e dodge etu wo kwa suburb ho na obi a ono ye nurse ana say pharmacist bia na e de na akoto so ono ye doctor. Na akwa osi phone so fitia no pa kopi manwumre girls a friend fa. So such a place ebesi den no bi kra yare nti wo be hu say da bia kolebu is stroked, da bia rage is stroked, da bia 37 is stroked because nkrofo fi achichi ne benche obi e ba dialysis ba ko ofri kumase no afaka hu. Why is it supposed to be so? Enti almost say yen training nkrofo no almost member rural areas no. Now sometimes complications need be crowd when you na I don't bet me afoka e dey about the nationals. So the 2025 celebration on the theme Are Your Kidneys Okay? Detect early, protect kidney health, which highlights the potentially life-changing impact of early detection and interventions in preventing and managing kidney disease. He also commended that government for the free dialysis policy by the National Health Insurance Scheme, but called for more help to get reduction on medication that are not covered by the scheme. Ti bon pai se o mon pai bono ebe ba mu na che se nyame nka mu na mo ho wai mo ho beto mo na baby am abefi de sa. All right, so moving on to some other stories. Bee population honey production threatened by galamsey activities. Hey, experts nature me. Na Ghana they say bibi anyo. Adum bi ne ye na ye de nam kro yi mo because enframa kra ye ho me kra no enframa no wabre. The air is tired, full of pollutions. The air is tired, wabre. Obia bre o Ghana ha, obia bre. Akra ya won ende kra wa bre. Because push I didn't in tatas, ebe bubo ne ma mesre on kra ombra medu no wa bre. So this is an expert saying that ye bi ya omoma ye hani no. Ebe kakra ni na say ye hu bi mpo because forest mu na ya asa amwa no she because I said back them in the village no edu enwumre na say enwumre mo kwa ultimate who say beats no omo move from a place to another na ye ka say omo koye hani wo bi beat na omo ko no they say akra mpo de hu bi na akra stars akra hu stars e wo ewiem. You can't see stars in the sky. Bibie ni wo biem. Now you can't even teach your kids anything unless what the one on a practically you will not see anything. So health experts in the veterinary sector at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology are raising alarms over the devastating effects of illegal mining, commonly known as galamsey, on bee populations. So according to the citynewsroom.com, during the launch of the Bee Health Club at KNUST on March 15th, 2025, Dr. William Tessiama, head of the School of Veterinary Medicine, stated deforestation, which is a result of illegal mining, poses on serious threat on bee population by destroying their natural habitats and also reducing available forage. Inti sesiano mo yebedi foam sa foam omunya kakra ombe nane foam de oguma amaye no omo de serum sugar serum ombe nane no omo de afra honey na amaye. Into ebe also wo de undi sugar, you don't take in sugar, so you take in honey. Aya na misredu sugar na why eat the sugar because honey ni cry de nyenyenye foam wom and sani ya san ye sugar syrup e dia fra ma enti wa honey no no esu okra no wa bre. I quite remember me to be me see afraid you doom light me quite na dane white where from it you see originality be any hobiem. So this is Dr. Williams speaking, and I quote, bees need tree, and if the environment is being destroyed, as seen in the case of galamsey, it becomes a serious issue. We are cutting down trees and destroying our forest, which poses a significant challenge on the survival of bees. They need space, trees, flowers, and also conducive environment to reproduce just as nature intended. Now that is what is happening. Say ye beats no ebe kakra ye nya ha ne biem omo yina because of the galamsey anything ebe kakra be pam omo yina enti sesi akra na yesi yenya hane ne kra no ya nane niema bebre e di afra. So this is an aspect of the veterinary school KNUST that is signing a warning, and I say cautioning I say yenjai illegal mining no, because ma emwani na edwane nti sesi ano bibia de kra mushroom kra no ya no artificial nti sesi artificial na hwa ye benya edi ewo Ghana when it comes to honey. So this is ACF Radio and TV, and our sugusu awutie bacho swedru ha. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for us, also like, share, and also comment for us. Now by doing so no you better was say why nisa. All right, so as we move on, Catholic Church calls for review of free SHS and parental involving in education funding. So the Catholic Church has called on the government to revisit the free SHS policy in order to address inefficiencies and also secure sustainable funding for quality education in Ghana. This one there is true. It needs to be reviewed, Papa, because minimum no. Last year to now, I know about 3 free SHS in Kwalabia. Call back to school because the duration they comes to stay in the house, and also it needs to be reviewed. It's true, so that the appropriate things that needs to be done or to be fixed should be. What do? You cut it off. But so this call came as a key resolution during the second Catholic National Education Forum held in Koforidia, where Catholic bishops, educators, and also policymakers gathered to discuss the future of education in the country. So while the church recognized the positive impact of the free SHS policy, particularly in increasing enrollment and also expanded access to university to secondary education, it also raised concern about challenges such as double track system, insufficient infrastructure, and lack of essential learning materials, and also a decline in discipline within schools. 18 church leaders emphasized the need for a structured approach to enhance the quality of education under the free SHS, and also urged the government to evaluate the policy's effectiveness. And also they called for adjustment that will ensure students receive a comprehensive, disciplined, and also resource-rich education. And this is the Catholic for and the only thing for me, the only positive that I'm seeing about this is a whole lot of people are getting enrollment to SHS. That's all. That is all. So people don't get time to learn skills. They'll go through this university and they'll come back to learn the same skill again. But from the on-go, you know that this is what you want to do. A mechanic, hairdresser, fashion designer, tailoring, anything that you want to do. Like you pursue it earlier. But you channel all the energy. You go here, university. No answer with chihrem. No about tray at the pump. Me, I don't see the happiness or the effectiveness or the good in it, because the only thing that is helping is say ankwalani na go school, at least obi e go school, that is all. But the effectiveness anyhow. So we pray that, as he has said, it will be sent into consideration. Now they should see something about it. If it's restructuring, restructure, so they do it. Not be a comma, because SHS me are from it now. My area boys need be crowd to say in the evening they'll be at the night markets. No more in their uniform. Whilst their parents think that they are in school, because now how the school is going, sometimes they don't even know whether they are on vacation or not. Peer pressuring, a whole lot of things. Because on have 3 months, no obedi wo fie. First it wasn't like that. All right, so let's move on. Fire raises part of girls' dormitory at Laboni Senior High School. I reho sempa aba because reho. You see, say free SHS and kwale abodompi mo school mo we. Na dormitory me nsan so asan ahye. Ahye. Nti se aden no mo beye. Ombede da so anaso ombede be mo makofie. How is it going to be? We all don't know and we can't tell. Alright, so fire broke out at girls' dormitory of Laboni Senior High School in Accra on Sunday, March 16, 2025. Video shared at Accra-based Channel 1 TV showed personnel from the Ghana National Service working to contain the blaze. So footage captured from the scene showed firefighters still battling the flames in some rooms of the dormitory. So several rooms were completely destroyed with only a skeletal frames of beds remaining. Because I am planning there. While some rooms suffered partial damage, many remained untouched by the fire. So students and also onlookers were seen standing on the dormitory veranda as the situation unfolded. So the cause of the fire remains unknown, and the Ghana National Service has yet to issue an official statement on the incident. Sure, anything that will come from it, no. But for now, we pray say bibia because na a school for so it's me that to get a son. When it happens like this, it's mostly bring fear and panic. So it causes anxiety sometimes. So I pray that the students will be talked to and they'll be encouraged so that there will not be any fear in them, so that they can continue their studies. Only 13% of traffic lights in Accra are functioning. National safety campaign, and it's true. Lights So a study conducted by the National Safety Campaign has uncovered significant issues with traffic light functionality in Accra and its surrounding cities. And also the summary of their funding indicates that only 13% of traffic lights in Accra are fully functional, and also around 41 are partially functional, and also 45 are not working at all. The research conducted over 59 days from December 13, 2023 to February 9, 2024 covered approximately 200 traffic lights and also assessed 3 key aspects: functionality, partial functionality, and also complete malfunction. And also issues with traffic light functionality in Accra and its surroundings. And that one there is true. Me area Kopoko I say Dubai. Nina Edundum is say a blinking kwa, and is the truth. Street light o kromu ha enye traffic light na so enye dem enye into traffic light need dey we beg omunye bibi fa why munye bibi fa, because traffic light o kromu ha, sometimes baby to sell a pass na traffic light edum odoko na traffic light edum banyard na traffic light edum Madina na traffic light edum. The N1s just say who doing what the Wakabush road just say sometimes when we na natural, and this time rush hours. Yes, when it start 10 to 12 rush hour time and now crampo I best start from 4 a.m. 4 a.m. not traffic or cancel data. So imagine all these traffic lights are not working. 13% out of 100. Ade Ghana ade some country ana. Yet to chrome ha obibeka say no so na dia or dia ni akosign say this person. You ha chrome and obibe draw. flowers ade toto ye overheads ne ye walls so ne mane ma bi eno kra ye contract en kra dollars omo bo kire ne ye ti paye o ha na obi akofa street light bi aba o se ye ono ankasa na ye de ama no no wa ba contract no de aba enye adwuma yes meter kra ye use yes be the alpha say they will tell you say it's operated in China into network article. Hey Ghana, you know, if you hear all these things cry now when you're out because you don't know what to do. But traffic lights need a pamocho monshare my pa, so I pray say it will be sent into consideration on my and so my. All right, so moving on. Lack of toilet facilities in local markets key driver of open defecation. And no correct. So the absence of toilets and other sanitary facilities in some local and traditional markets in the country has been serious public health hazard and concern. So the unpleasant situation is fueling open defecation, and also in many markets as traders and buyers denied places of convenience, forcing them to ease themselves in the open. Besides food contamination, pollution of water sources, and also potential outbreak of communicable diseases, and also a stench from fecal matter always hangs in the air in many of the major markets, and also that creates an unbearable and uncomfortable environment for traders and visitors in general. So as buyers serve through the markets daily for shopping, a few think about the basic human need for sanitary facilities. In reality, many markets lack sanitary facilities, not even a toilet, and it's very true. So in markets in Ghana, largely most markets in the country are managed by women traders, and also their daily contributions to food stability, resilience, and also security remain unparalleled. And also interestingly, despite women's role in nation building, there seems to be a dominant negative discourse. So health crisis looms among market women due to the lack of toilets and also related sanitary facilities in the market, as some of them are even forced to use their menstrual hygiene to unsanitary conditions, thereby putting their health and dignity at risk. So this is a health risk, not just a scenario given that, and it reads that food poisoning and also contamination are challenges from both formal and informal sectors. However, some Ghanaian pays less attention to foodborne disease, major factor in food security, and also globally food safety remains a major concern, and also harnessing food safety is now critical as foodborne illness compete with other killer disease. OD is spread disease include cholera, typhoid, and also diarrhea, which are deadly. Until environmental pollution sadly sets in when untreated human waste contaminates soil, when water sources and air, harming ecosystem and also wildlife. What do you know now? But so this is also a scenario said a disturbing, unacceptable, and unfortunate incident occurred at the Suyani local market, attracting buyers' attention. The trader who sells salted pork feet and also beef sweated is herself in a half-bottled water container behind her shop, and afterwards disposed of the urine in the gutter around her shop. So in the full glare of the buyers, she never bothered to wash or sanitize her hands and attempted to serve the customers. In fact, her bad and unsanitary attitude raised serious concern about the food safety. Now, I always say that if you people have been seeing some of these people, obi sun watermelon pan no abegina baby a shift in a pant no adon so we are no also watermelon no denam ni e todi yes ye fruit by yewu. This thing, it happens a lot. A whole lot of people are defecating in their shops because omu need toilet facilities. No correct. is the 100% truth. And your market akesi na toilet in sometimes kwa baby I bachelor yourself or so and as go and ease yourself won ko into be kwa koduro obi dan echi akoye ne yenye na odo na de yen ka wan asem sisia. All right, so this is ACF Radio and TV, and this is our YouTube channel, and we also have a TikTok account and also Facebook. Please do well and follow us on each of our socials. Now, follow your programs. Anything be a better drop be now to watch. We have goodies for you. A whole lot of things are being in the pipeline. Where and yet politicians for for this bro in the pipeline, which means politicians for no more can. Now koye bibia ewo, and this is the Fast Lane show. So switching to entertainment, I have one or two stories be what happens to be the best. So what is trending now? VGMA no say ya releasing your nominations. No, I'll take my time and give you the full gist, but not today. Media no be na say me who nominees na. Say only 6 people are say almost competing for the artist of the year. Media omudin so ebe ma omo now so hu ne so but later I'll come and gist you everything and give you the date and BBR. They say they've launched date and now Obia nim say na mijina then you've gotten your code any BBR be vote edi amomo. So some to entertainment stories. No, the first IGP to arrest celebrities more than criminals. Shatta Wale jabs down Parry after removal, and I said this earlier that it's true. By everybody is saying that, and Shatta Wale also says that or by any need the answer no or arrested celebrities. Not just say Juma ya di amano no wan kwoshe. And I quote him, the first IGP to arrest celebrities than more criminals. I never see them come out IGP where people jubilate like this. This should tell you something was wrong somewhere. If Shatta Wale they talk, God say man. Okay, so he wrote in English mixed with pidgin. So you know that Shatta Wale there controversial man, anything he would love to comment about it, and for him he says he's even also happy, and it has risen a whole lot of eyebrows. People are talking about it, the good, the bad. However, everybody are raising their consentment about his removal. And Naya who said for now Dan Parry is no more an IGP and his scope Christian Tete and as so IGP into that now there are 2 teams. So Dan Parry there or beginning a whole lot of social media recognitions pa MIA Senan Crawford count one sem so this is what is also trending in the news until right now. No ye ni IGP Dan Parry biom na just say all right, so TGMA na can 7 battle for artist of the year crown. So the artist of the year crown this year in Crawford so defending champion Stone Boy. So defending champion Stone Boy faces tough competition from Black Sheriff, Ken Promise, Joe Metal, Kim Paluta, Kweku Smoke, and Team Eternity. May I go for Kweku Smoke? More na more relaxing. Stone Boy, Jaiwe Mankwalano. Now, what you say? So now, no artist of the year, no. Those who will be competing, Stone Boy and Black Sheriff, Kim Promise, Joe Metal, Ken Paluta, Kweku Smoke, and Team Eternity. I said earlier, at later, remember, but just to move now. The outlines and all the categories that falls under the VGMA 2025. So the misses out on Artist of the Year nomination for the first time in 10 years. This has also got a whole lot of people talking because this time the year who saw year a woman not just for the first 10 years from 2015 everybody there be a shame ye free muda. So this is the first time yet man who says Sakwa enka artist of the year and who be and say Kabute on count 18 this year Bemanko for one kakra. But when it comes I almost show Numa any will show why you know how diaspora you've gone, how internationally you've played. The shows our ball and I say more recognitions that you've gotten during the year and our modi SRDA winty. We are now looking at from last year coming he didn't fall under that category that has led him not to be part of this year artist of the year. All right, so when I started rap I was called Wizkid or Chiame Kwame discloses. Hey bra Kwame, you're too catch oh. So this is what he says. I said, back in 1992, I was known as Wizkid. Eventually, when we found a producer, he advised us that rap wasn't popular. We should consider adopting more traditional names to associate in our music. So he revealed. So Ochiame Kwame further disclosed that during that era, rap music was not widely accepted in Ghana, making it difficult for him and his rap group, so Achiami, to gain support from investors. So he emphasized that it was only after meeting the former Deputy Minister of Tourism and Creative Arts, Makokreku Mante, who was a producer at that time, they began to receive a necessary support to push their craft forward. So when we first ventured into music, rap was not well received at that time. No investors were willing to back the journey until we met Marco Kreku, he stated. However, the name Wizkid is now associated by Nigerian Afrobeat superstar Ayoji Balogu. Now Wizkid Udini who is also who rose the fame years later. Ochiame Kwame dropped the name. So when I started rap in the 90s, I was called Wizkid. Ochiame Kwame said, no, the Wizkid. Now because rap wasn't known and as a recognized match, he has to choose a name, and it's good. You know, there are certain names that when you choose, it would ya ebwa na nde wunye kra na nkwala na betima fro. Now once you go school near to me, you so edimbi sexy one pogasti there, all these names. Your peers spread a bit to me there for, but you know when you adopt a good name and it you we then cry, you can use all those names. All right, so this is what I brought you today on Tuesday 18th of March 2025. And you know, on this show we give you all the trending stories that you find out there that no one will tell you, juicy ones, and bro. So all that you have to do for us is to also like and subscribe onto our page, and we are on TikTok, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Wherever you find us, now I follow you Eddie Amaye. Da abwafo asiani da ACF Travel and Tour for access. So as I keep saying, the best travel and tour that you can get. Don't send your money anywhere. Don't sell your property to enrich someone. Make sure you send it to the right spot or the right place. Ni yemfendi jumana wo pedo enfama. O person when your birth certificate or passport renewal, anything about your documents. You want to travel, you want to go for vacation, you want to go and visit, anything that you need to know about traveling. Freya yebedi hunjuma ediama na bibia aye kama. All right, aha enamdimuina ebesi. I wish you all the best, and also greetings from Accra, Ghana to you, irrespective of the time that you listening to us. Yedin cheerfree Accra, Ghana, any yedi emma. It's almost to midday. I know say you have to go and find something to eat for the rest of the day. It's Yambwa Thursday, Yamepa Ebesan Soishia, for me to come and gist you. My name is Ohima Chudi, and thank you for your time and also for your like, your share, and your subscription. Medasi.